Today is Thursday, August 22nd. It is 10:23 a.m. I'm just updating for my own personal records for my channel. The symptoms are back, and this is how they are presenting right now. In the last 2 or 3 days, my visual disturbances are back. I'm seeing not clearly. It's buzzing, vibrating, blurry vision most all the time. I had a week really from Thursday, Friday, so the 15th or 16th. I definitely noticed it on the 16th. I think I may have noticed it on the 15th. I wish I would have recorded it that day. The smell of cigarette smoke, and I smelled that consistently every single day. I have not yet smelt it today, but that doesn't mean I won't. The realistic dreams are back. I've been talking in my sleep. This morning, when I woke up, I was in extreme pain, and I had a very difficult time rolling over, trying to get out of the bed. I contemplated calling for help because I wasn't really able to get my body to do what I wanted it to do. I can tell that the communication lines are not clear. So when I want to move my leg, it's not moving the way I want it to. It's not very fluid. So that's happening. Words are a struggle for me right now. I feel like I'm not able to say the words that I want to say. I'm just, my level of speech is lower. This morning, before I got out of bed, I did do a grounding exercise, and I do feel calm. I don't feel stressed out. I know that the symptoms will come and go. I never by any means felt a diagnosis or a differential diagnosis was by any means a cure. During my treatment, I was definitely told numerous times that symptoms will return. And so I'm not under any false or delusional idea that I was healed in June and that my life is amazing. My life is amazing. I don't want to say it like that, but like, in no way did I believe that I went to therapy and was treated for a disorder that I have and was cured of that disorder. There is no cure. So, and no matter what disorder we're talking about, whether we're talking about functional neurological disorder, whether we're talking about the Parkinsonism, whether we're talking about migraines, it doesn't, the name of it doesn't really matter. The symptoms are never going to go away. They're going to wax and wane, and this is my life. So I'm just simply recording what I'm experiencing today, and I'm going to try to do that consistently so that maybe somebody else out there who's going through strange medical symptoms will know that they're not crazy, that no matter what the medical community tells you, your experience is your experience. No one can tell you that you're faking, that it's not real. So I just want to really say that. See, there are words that I have in my head that I want to say and I can't. And so my Katie with a K speech therapist would have told me to use comparable words. And so that's kind of what I just did was, if you're out there struggling and the symptoms are happening and nobody can find anything that's physically wrong. One of the longest running jokes about EDS is that your labs are fine. And that's true of a lot of illness, chronic illness. It's true of functional neurological disorder. The labs are fine. So structurally, what they're telling me is that there's nothing wrong with me. And yet, I'm looking into a phone, and what I see is a red line across the top. I can't read the numbers that are on it. I can tell the shape of my face, but I can't tell you what my eyes look like. That's my vision today. That's what it's like today. So I want to do an ABC quick. So the thing that led up to it, maybe the accelerant, I guess, is because you just heard the behaviors. What's the symptoms? What's going on? So the thing that led up to it, there's a couple of things that could be going on. Stress. I definitely have had a rocket ship stress level to the moon in the last 2 weeks. So there's that. And that's financial stress. That's emotional stress. Several people close to me have passed away in the last 3 weeks. And I feel like those women were huge pillars of my strength. And their death means that I have to be strong for myself, which is why I'm doing this. So there's a stress component to what's happening. I have been managing my stress by walking, doing my diaphragmatic breathing. I've been doing some meditation. I have been reading. I have been laughing with my family. So I am doing better at the stress management portion side of it. So I'm proud of myself for that. I'm proud of myself for recognizing, yes, I'm having symptoms. The symptoms are of some sort. They are either EDS, Parkinsonism, or FND. I have all three of those diagnoses, and so it could be any one of those things. Again, it's not the diagnosis that is the issue. It's the sickness that's the issue. It's the illness, the disease, the disorder, whatever it is. It's that that's causing these issues. I don't care what the name is. What I care is, can I manage it? How do I figure it out? How can I live in this world where I have to, get my children educated. I have to take care of our home, balance. I'm doing better at balance, but there's always room for improvement. So the perpetuating factors, definitely stress. I did not sleep well. I didn't go to bed on time. I'm working on my sleep sanitation, as I mentioned on my socials 2 weeks ago. That's one of my goals for the next couple of weeks. So there's that. Stress, personal stress, financial stress. I think that the sleep and the stress are probably my largest triggers. Food, no, I'm not having a ton more gluten than I was before. There's no change in diet. I will say there is change in the meat that I'm eating. We finished our cow 2-3 weeks, no, a month ago. We finished our cow in July, and I had to buy grocery store meat for the first time, and so that could play a part in it. There's a huge difference in where we purchase our cattle from. We are purchasing prime, high prime, the best quality beef that we can purchase. And I don't mean that like as an exaggeration. I mean, we literally purchase prime beef, and that's our regular, what we're used to. We're very spoiled. And then, now I'm having to eat 85 or 83% out of a tube from the grocery store. There's a lot of pink in the meat these days, and I'm not sure what's in that. I'm not sure how that is. So once we get our next delivery of our next cow in, maybe that'll help some of the physical symptoms. I definitely can feel it in my joints. I can feel my spine. It's definitely affected. Now my lower back, my L5 to S1, that's been going on since May. And when I say it's been going on, I mean, it's been hard. It's been part of my symptoms. If I'm not experiencing a pain that interrupts my daily life, I don't consider it a current symptom. So while I have spinal cord impingement and I have some inflammation going on in my T7 through T10, I have had the injections, and I've done some physical therapy for that. So that is not a current compromising symptom. That those symptoms are there, but they're calmer. They're how do I explain this? On a 1 to 5 scale, 1 being no symptoms and 5 being the worst symptoms ever, what's happening in my T7 through T10 is like a 2. I mean, it's very manageable. I can live with it. I'm not stuck because of that. I am stuck because of my neck. I'm not sure. I think that's a C6. But it's the lowest part of my neck. It's where it connects into my shoulder area or whatever. Maybe that's the top part of my thoracic. I don't know. Anyway, my traps are starting to tighten up again. But the real problem for me is that the lumbar sacroiliac, because it locks and I can't move. So I'm trapped. I'm literally like stuck in a low position, or stuck bent over, or stuck with my leg trying to move. So that's a compromising symptom for me. It compromises my daily life. It compromises my mobility. And so that's a symptom. So I think there's the physical side of the symptoms are also part of the distress that I feel. So there's that. Okay, then, so I'm having the realistic dreams. I'm talking in my sleep. I'm having conversations that I don't remember with my husband and kids. I am having word finding issues. I have the physical symptoms. And so those are a few. Now, I will say the medical piece of my pie, where normally medicine is a source of the trigger or the stress or the precipitating factors. Those have kind of settled down right now because I can't afford to go to the doctor, so I haven't been going to the doctor. And then the family side of it, the trigger trauma, the traumatized triggers, those have settled down also because I can't afford to go visit my family. So, I mean, other than a few phone calls, there's no triggers there. I think internally I feel some sadness there, but it's not acute. It's chronic. It's the chronic trauma response. So that's what's going on with me. Those are the symptoms. I am dragging. It's very difficult for me to control my limbs. I feel very stiff. And so those are my symptoms. I've told you what I think my precipitating factors are. I don't think there's any immediate triggers. I'm going to go ahead and do my Bible study and do some more of my nutrition study today, if I can read. If I can't read, then what I will do is probably go back in the chair, sit down, close my eyes, finish my coffee, close my eyes, and then have my next meeting. I've got a meeting scheduled here soon, so I'll have that meeting and then just rest. I hate that. I hate the feeling of all I get to do today is rest, but maybe I should be grateful and look at it as, thank God that I have a husband who can understand that this is real. He's never once accused me of making this up. He understands that I am paddling and swimming and doing every single thing I can possibly do to function in our family, in the world, in life. And, I'm very grateful he chooses every day to stand beside me in that. And also my kids. I mean, there's a lot in life that I couldn't do if I didn't have their help. So I'm very grateful for my kids as well. They're way too young to have a mom that's this sick, but I'm thankful that they're the kind of human beings that recognize that we all need help. We all need to pitch in and be a part of our communities, however that looks. So thanks for tuning in. And again, if you have strange, odd, weird medical symptoms and you are in the process of trying to get a diagnosis, don't quit, don't give up, and don't let anybody tell you that nothing's wrong. You know your body, and if you are experiencing symptoms, something is going on. Your body is trying to tell you something. That could be your body trying to tell you, hey, you're taking on too much extracurricular. You're doing too much work. You're not resting enough. You're not getting enough sleep. You're not eating enough protein. You're not getting enough water. Those are all things that could be going on. So I want to encourage you, just keep doing the research, keep figuring it out. Don't quit. The world needs you.